back with the tarot reading for right now. Technically, invest 95L, but it's guaranteed to form at this point, so we're doing it. Depression 13 / Tropical Storm Lee. I'm just calling it that because the other system is not going to form in time to steal the name. It's still on land. Anyways, so starting with Lee, Queen of Pentacles. This is where we're starting. Okay, page, Knight, Queen. There we go. So, opulence. Fully aware of the bounties of the earth and the value of being in harmony with natural world around her. Lee's is part of nature. Nothing we can do about that part. Through creativity, connection, and the divine, has attracted worldly abundance. This is where the red flags start. But she fills the world with contentment, caring, happiness, and beauty. So this storm is going to be a bit more photogenic, definitely buzzsaw mode. Problem with photogenic storms is they are deadly. Yeah, the beauty is deadly. That's what I've learned with nature. What is beautiful is deadly. Okay? Anyways, outside of that, people, the storm chase, the weather community, at least the ones that are like, ooh, destruction, they're definitely happy. The abundance, yeah, that's where the red flags come in. That's where the red flags come in. Because abundance of ingredients, very warm ocean, okay? This is a very warm ocean that this thing is in. And despite the El Nino, this thing is going crazy, okay? The El Nino is drunk. The El Nino doesn't care that it's an El Nino. It doesn't want to act like an El Nino. Last year's La Nina acted more like an El Nino than this year's El Nino. Anyways, I digress. We got the star reversed. There's no hope with Lee. Lee is out for blood. Although for some reason, yeah, the stars usually mean like all eyes are on it. I think this case, yeah, the all eyes are on the storm because the potential for the major threat that this thing poses. It's all eyes are on it, but that's because there's negative reasons to have all eyes on it. That is, people don't want to die. And there's not a lot of hope right now because this storm is going to be a menace. A big menace. Lee is going for retirement. Wheel of Fortune. Looks like places are going to be spared. So that's interesting. Wheel of Fortune, and it's not reversed. So this storm could very well be like all hype, like all talk, no bite kind of thing. Might pull some Dorian kind of thing, but not necessarily park on an island, but like park in the middle of the ocean, like mock you, like tease you with destruction and just hightail it out of there. Like something like that. That is something to watch out for. But Wheel of Fortune, that's interesting. 10 of Wands reverse, so it's pointing towards the Wheel of Fortune, pointing this way, pointing to the west. Storm is moving west, so that's pretty obvious there. But it's gonna be soaking up those ingredients, making it harder for other storms to follow in its exact path, making it harder for other storms to form in its wake. So it's gonna really churn up those waters. Knight of Pentacles reversed. Interesting. Knight of Pentacles, responsibility is involved, practical side, so there's gonna be whoever's in the path of this They're gonna be dumb and try to write it out because ideally it wasn't as bad on the East Coast as it was like on the where it hit the West Coast of Florida. So people on the East Coast probably like not think much of it, or they're just very desensitized to all the other crap that went on this year, or they're just tired of the heat and like bring on the hurricane, it'll cool everything down. Yeah, it'll make your body cold permanently, unless if you get cremated, then it's gonna be a moment where it's gonna be a few thousand degrees. Um, but that's besides the point. Point is, people, despite the potential for this to be a threat to land, people are not gonna keep an eye on it. Like people are not gonna take the proper precautions. People are not gonna be wise with the storm. Six of Swords reversed. Interesting. Interesting. Um, this actually coincides with that. That's pretty much like with it being reversed. Yeah, people are just being done with the storm. It's not gonna go good for them. They're just being done with the storm. King of Pentacles. Again, we're looking at this thing becoming a strong monster. Like, we're looking at probably strongest of the season kind of situation. So, yeah. And it's going to be a long-lasting storm. So, it's going to last a good couple weeks. The Fool. This kind of coincides with these two, that people are be blind about the storm, despite keeping an eye on it. They're like, ooh, this looks fun, and they get killed. So don't be that kind of person. If you don't have experience in it, don't do it. Obviously, you have to get experience in doing it, but this is not one you want to practice any potential storm chasing career with. This is not something you practice with. This is what you do when you get done with the practice and get good at it. It's like the expert level kind of storm. Queen of Swords reversed. Storm's not going to be alone. There's going to be something forming near. There's going to be multiple storms in the Atlantic at the time. And Hierophant. This is so. But also, Queen of Swords, we're looking at. Yeah, this is definitely going to be. This is going to be interesting. Like, the cone's going to. The cone of uncertainty, the cone of death is going to, like, swivel a lot. We're not going to know what this thing's going to hit until it hits. It's going to pull basically like Ian, like, oh, we're going to think it's going to hit like Tampa or that bend in Florida or something like that, and not go, and then all of a sudden goes to Fort Myers. This might pull one of those. Like you think it's going to hit, let's say, New Jersey, and then all of a sudden hits Connecticut. Although it'd have to hit New York to get to Connecticut. But you get what I'm saying. Like, oh, I think it's going to hit North Carolina, and boom, boom, it hits Massachusetts or something crazy difference like that. That's probably what's going to happen here. And in the Hierophant, we're looking at just trust the weather authorities in this. Trust those that are tracking it. Trust those that have a long history of tracking storms similar to Lee and other storms as such. Trust them. They know what they're talking about. And it's going to be life or death on whether or not you listen to them. So don't be like the people that do this stuff. Don't be the fools that ignore it blindly and stuff. Just trust the authority that has experience in tracking this sort of thing. So with that and all, this storm is going to be interesting to track, interesting to see what's going on. And yeah, and actually, let's do a 12 card reading because of the high implications of the storm, because I just have a feeling that the storm is going to be an issue, like a big issue. Next two, Queen of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. So, Queen of Cups. Been a minute since you got involved in any of these. Talks about Watery Kingdom. So, feminine nature, interesting. So, but Lee, not really feminine, but what ifs. But watery, yeah, there's going to be a lot of rain with this. A lot of water spouts, a lot of that sort of thing. A lot of water-related hazards, storm surge, and whatnot. Even if it's not ends up being a threat to land, you're still going to get the rip currents. Nine of Pentacles, prosperity, fulfillment, security. This thing's definitely going to go into rapid intensification and definitely going to be a menace in that aspect. So, with that, that's about it. Stay safe out there. See you in the next video or stream. Bye.